Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 630, Facilitating Adult Learning. And this week number 10, actually starts on November 4th. So today is Saturday the 2nd. Still have a couple days left in week number 9. So let's get right to week number 10 material. And in week number 10, it's all about facilitating discussions. This is really getting ready for our second facilitation day, number 2, which happens on November 16th. And I'll have some information on that as far as where you can sign up and any additional information, at least at this point, that I'd like to pass on. So please take a look at the introduction to this module number 3, which encompasses actually week number 10 and week number 11. But for this point, at this video, we're going to focus in on week number 10. So overview, this is the to-do, facilitating discussions. Some information on, how to do it. This mirrors the readings that we've been doing, preparing open-end questions. Once again, your facilitation number 2 is actually a facilitation. So the use of slides, you can still use a PowerPoint to some degree, but it is not a one-sided presentation like our first one was. All kinds of considerations explained in here, open-ended questions, preparing, higher level thinking questions, what to do for silence, etc. So this is really interesting and very important information. And so you can read through that as well as I can say it on the screen. So these are the goals, which ties to, as you know, the syllabus, which ties to a blueprint, which is the way that we organize courses at USM. Things to do this week. Well, first of all, take a look at, follow these links. There's all kinds of information here, on discussions, facilitating effective discussions. If you do find, I've checked these, and I've also run the link checker. All of these were working. So if there's some glitch on my system and they're not all working and you can't get to it, please let me know. Please participate in this week's discussion. We have 2 facilitators. We have Chris Barr and Haley Rice. Finish reading this book and then prepare your facilitation number 2, which is right in here. And I'd also like everybody to, I will add it to number 6, which is sign up for your facilitation. So I can't do that right now because the video is being recorded. So prepare for your facilitation. Don't worry, you have a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, to get ready for that, and then continuing working on your professional development option, which I sent out a video this week, early this week, on what is this actually, what was I talking about, and what is this assignment all about. So that is kind of it for me as far as this particular one. I'll click on this fancy forward arrow. So here's the first discussion. This week is facilitated by Haley, and Haley wanted all of us to take a look at this video and then read through and then just follow her prompts. You know how this works. So that's discussion facilitation. This week facilitation, that's not correct. Oh, yes, excuse me. Facilitation number 1, meaning this is the discussion forum number 1. All right, fast forward, discussion number 2. And let me go back. I think that's a little bit confusing. I don't want this to read facilitation number 1. I want that discussion 1. That just makes it a little clearer. I messed up there. Okay, so then we have 2, Chris Barr. Take a look at that. Please participate in Chris's one. And then we have facilitation number 2. This is actually the sign-up sheet, November 16th sign-up sheet. and looks very similar. And I do see, oh darn, how did I do that? I loaded the wrong one. So it's November 16th. We're going to try to keep the same format. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And all you do, pretty simple, you want the first slot, come in here and put your name in. And that is about as complicated as it needs to be. If you have any trouble with this, any trouble with the materials this week, please let me know. I'm here to help. And thanks for staying with this course, everybody. It's I really appreciate the efforts that you put in. And I did, while I had everybody, I wanted to mention something really interesting to me. Well, might not be to you, but as you know, I was out in Reno, Nevada this past week, and I participated, and I actually had a presentation. Presentation guidelines were 25 minutes, no more than 25 minutes. And I have to say that more than half of the presentations that I went to all tried to push over 25 minutes. Including, there was one presentation where people were talking, two speakers, they were talking about the 6 assumptions of andragogy. And I could tell from the get-go that they were going to have trouble hitting that 25-minute mark. At the end of the 25 minutes, they had only gotten through the first 3 assumptions, and then they were cut off by the moderator. Not a good thing. And so we've been talking throughout this semester about using the time that you have allotted. There was a reason why your first presentation was 15 minutes, and pretty much everybody hit that mark. It's really important in the real world to kind of stay to the course. For my presentation, I had 25 minutes. I intentionally wanted to be done at 21 minutes so we could have at least 4 minutes of discussion. And, excuse me, I have to say, while I was out there before my presentation, I practiced it, I rehearsed it, all told probably 6 times to make sure I was not over, and I had to do some cutting. I came in at right at 21 minutes. And it didn't leave a lot of discussion because I knew we weren't going to have it. But once again, practice helps. And it may seem like, boy, I don't need to practice because I know this, but in reality, most people do. And so the things that we're talking about in this course, especially with the timing, and a lot to do with the timing, is real world. So I have no doubt there will be people in this group that will be attending a national conference somewhere down the road, and you'll be asked to do 25 minutes or 45 minutes, and you'll have to hit that mark. So, thank you for your due diligence in this course, and we'll see everybody online. Bye.